Evening, folks. DC Works here. Tonight I thought I'd talk about miniature pliers, slip joint pliers, that type of thing. I just acquired this, and that's why I thought I'd do the video. This is a Challenger from the 70s. Ignition pliers, they call these. It's a 3204 Challenger. Really quite dainty and graceful, really small. They call them an ignition pliers because they were meant for the little nuts on the side of distributors and whatnot. See how big that is. Pretty nice. Along those lines is a channel lock, so we can call this one a channel lock. 424 channel lock. Of course, made in the USA. Another quite small and on the dainty side, what they'd call an ignition channel locks, pliers. My favorite, and I've had this one for many years, 5CP snap-on. I would consider this, I used it primarily for the outside clips on U-joints. You could grip the clip really nice and pull them clips out of the U-joints. So that's a nice little tool. Once again, about that big. What are these actually? About 3 inches. On the Knipex side, I think a lot of people love these, as I do. I haven't used this one a lot, but they do come in handy. If you had this in your pocket all the time, and a lot of people do use them for what they call EDC. Of course, Knipex is made in Germany. And yes, I would say they're superior to snap-on slip joints or whatever you want to. Oh, this one's an 87-100. All steel, no covering on the handle. And once again, that's about a 3-inch. A little bit bigger, we have the Cobra. Also, this one's a Knipex Cobra PC5. Kind of a 5CP. But this one's the Cobra. I do not have the smaller I have the bigger ones, but I don't have the smaller oh, sorry. I have the bigger ones of the Knipex alligators. Alligators, you know, they just have a kind of a slip joint. And a Cobra is got the push button. I think we all like the Cobra a little bit better. I don't have the smaller alligator one. That's nice little pliers. Knipex on that same line, we got the 8603 125. They consider this to be the Cobra, or the Knipex wrench pliers. And see how the jaws stay parallel? So, a lot of ways it can replace the adjustable wrench and put an incredible amount of power on a nut or a bolt to remove something. Well, that's what you had in your pocket. You could do a lot of work with that. So we got the two, or I should say the three Knipexes, the channel lock, the Challenger, and the snap-on, of course. Along the lines of the snap-on, I have two 44 ACF miniature pliers. It's actually a pliers. Just your old-fashioned pliers. So we got one of them 44 ACF probably because it's about 4 inch. So, and that's got 2 positions, a little wider and a little smaller. Like that one, that's a good one. I don't have the snap-on slip joint pliers because, to be honest with you, I always considered the channel locks, the true channel locks, to be the one to have. This is modern, of course. We all recognize this. Little snap-on LN44 BCF. The needle nose combined with the pliers. And, of course, 2 positions. And so you got a needle nose and a pliers. Now, the one thing I wanted to show, or the one thing I wanted to show, is that, you know, the modern stuff all tends to be bigger, heavier, the handles. Even the Knipex, you know, they're all a lot bigger. Maybe because our hands are getting bigger over time? I don't know. And our older ones, such as the channel lock and the Challenger, are a lot smaller, a lot thinner. What I would call on the dainty side. I had a mentor. He taught me that every tool has its place. And the Challenger has 3 positions. The channel lock, of course, has, well, 1, 2, 3, or 4 on that. But I had a mentor, a tool, what I consider to be one of my mentors that taught me a lot about tools. Every tool has a spot. And so a lighter tool for lighter work. Heavier tool for heavier work. And he had an amazing selection of tools, mostly snap-on. And I don't think in his 50 or 60 years of wrenching, that man ever had to warranty a tool, because every tool has its place. And if you have to warranty a tool, it usually means you did something wrong. So that's just my thoughts on that. So, anyway, I appreciate you watching, and have a good night. Thank you.